Tonight's main headlines: Sarawak injects additional 10 million ringgit to SDMC for flood assistance. Sarawak government considering resettlement of landslide victims in Miri. Sarawak Premier visits victims of landslide tragedy in Miri. Assalamualaikum and good evening. The Sarawak government has allocated an additional 10 million ringgit to the Sarawak State Disaster Management Committee (SDMC) to assist areas affected by floods and landslides. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari to Datuk Abang Openg said that the step was taken following weather conditions which are affecting many areas in the state.
Saya dengan national disaster, kita state disaster, kena banyak kawasan kita terjejas dalam banjir ini dan juga cuaca yang tidak menentu. Jadi pihak kerajaan menambah peruntukan kepada State Disaster Committee 10 juta. 10 million additional allocation bagi disaster membantu semua kawasan yang terjejas. Dan juga mungkin ada pembinaan semula, repair yang kita buat. Memang state disaster sudah ada peruntukan, saya tambah lagi 10 juta untuk kita memberi bantuan seluruh Sarawak, 10 million additional fund.
He also expressed his appreciation to the Prime Minister for the allocation of 24 million ringgit to Sabah and Sarawak to repair infrastructure damage due to the floods.
Terima kasihlah, mungkin nambah lagi. Terima kasih. Untuk Sabah Sarawak 24, 12 lah nak. Bagi 2 lah. Under some chance bagi 4. Tapi kita state, kami nambah 10 juta.
The Sarawak government is considering resettlement for landslide victims in Kampung Lereng Bukit Miri. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari said his party will identify suitable areas to relocate the residents of the affected villages.
Jadi kita akan berbincang balik dan cadangan kita lah, mungkin kita membuat penempatan semula di kawasan yang lain yang lebih selamat. Kerana kita sudah ada pengalaman, umpamanya di kawasan Kuching kita pindahkan darul hana ya tepi sungai.
He said this during a media conference after visiting the Red Crescent Temporary Evacuation Centre (PPS) in Miri on Friday. In addition, the affected area will soon be restored into a green zone. The Sarawak Premier noted that the landslide incident was not caused by drainage problems but was a result of climate change.
Ini adalah luar biasa, bukan pasal drainage, tapi luar biasa. Hujan tak berhenti-henti dan juga king tide. Apabila dua ia datang sama teruslah naik ke atas. Itulah nama climate change. Nak saya katakan iklim dah berubahnya lah tu satu-satunya. Tempat lain mungkin panas, California nya panas, kita kena banjir. Jadi kita bersedia sajalah yang kita nak ialah supaya penduduk kita tinggal di kawasan yang lebih selamat.
During the visit, the Sarawak Premier also presented contributions to 26 heads of households (KIR), comprising 24 KIR who were affected by landslides and 1 KIR victim of flood. In total, a total of 111 victims were involved. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari expressed concern for the victims who survived in the landslide tragedy in Kampung Lereng Bukit by visiting the Miri Hospital on Friday. During the visit, he consoled the survivors Arabi Samsudin, Nur Isalina Shahira and Masahan Mustafa while presenting cash donations. After the visit to the hospital, the Sarawak Premier and his entourage visited Kampung Lereng Bukit to inspect firsthand the condition of the area affected by the disaster. This visit aims to identify urgent needs and measures that can be taken to ensure the safety of residents in high-risk areas. The recent landslide tragedy has had a huge impact on local residents, and the visit by the state's top leaders reflects the government's commitment to ensure that the welfare and safety of the people are always a priority. The Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi paid a visit to the residence of Deputy Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government Datuk Michael Tiang Ming Ti and his wife Datin Lily Wong in Sibu in conjunction with the second day of the Chinese New Year celebration on Thursday. The arrival of Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi and his entourage was welcomed with a traditional lion dance performance symbolizing prosperity and well-being. As a gesture of unity and shared hope for success, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi, Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauzia and other esteemed guests participated in the Yi Sang tossing ceremony. In addition to enjoying the festive meal, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi and distinguished guests took the opportunity to exchange views on current developments, particularly concerning local progress in Sibu. This visit reflects the spirit of unity and harmony in Sarawak's diverse society, fostering stronger social ties and togetherness through the Chinese New Year celebration. A total of 148 roads throughout Sarawak have been affected by the massive floods that hit the region over the past 5 days. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga Embas said of this total 75 roads face erosion. Meanwhile, 3 areas experienced damage to roads while 4 areas saw damages on the Pan-Borneo Highway PBH, including the one that occurred in Ranchan. Following that, he, who is also the Minister of Infrastructure and Port Development, asked the Sarawak Public Works Department JKR to be cautious and quick to restore these roads for the safety of road users.
Inilah semangat pegawai JKR kita untuk menentukan bahawa jalan-jalan yang terputus to be reinstated secepat yang mungkin.
He said this at a media conference after a visit to the Temporary Evacuation Centres PPS of SK Tanah Merah and Syrian Community Hall in Syrian on Friday. Meanwhile, Dato' Ahmad Douglas praised the Sarawak JKR's rapid action in repairing Temlat Road, Sibu, within 6 hours, allowing the road to be used, primarily to help deliver necessities to the PPS area during this flood season. The SDMC chairman's visit to 2 PPS found that the number of households transferred to the SK Tanah Merah PPS was 75 households, involving 251 victims. Meanwhile, the number of households transferred to the Syrian Community Hall PPS increased to 64 families with a total of 218 victims. And that's the English edition with me, Didi Nursyafiqah. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We conclude today's UKAS Bulletin with a visit by Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga to SK Tanah Merah PPS, Syrian Community Hall PPS and SK Endap Semarahan PPS on Friday. #Sarawak Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.